Welcome back to another episode of Dr. Jea and JP's Vidcast, a series of video podcasts designed to
disrupt
your current ways of thinking and breathe new perspectives into your life. Last week we discovered that you don't have to eat a troll to find happiness.
Oh, good, because I didn't find one.
I didn't find any either.
I mean, your daughter has trolls, but they're made of plastic and kind of disgusting.
I'm not gonna eat that.
No, and I heard that like actual trolls are kind of like gamey.
I heard they taste like chicken.
Oh, okay, well then I'm in. Anyway.
Either way, the good news is you don't have to go out and hunt for trolls to be able to find happiness in your daily life. I'm going to share a quote with you from Brene Brown. She says, "I don't have to chase extraordinary moments to find happiness. It's right in front of me if I'm paying attention and practicing gratitude." So this week we're going to share with you some of our gratitude rituals and routines so that you can inspire new ideas in your life. You might want to use or borrow the things that JP and I do, or these ideas may ignite a new idea for you, in which case we'd love for you to comment below so that we can borrow ideas from you and learn as a community together.
Yes.
JP, what did you find when you started thinking about gratitude in your life? What did you find helps you cultivate that?
Well, the first thing that I thought of was I took a look at how quickly I move throughout my day. I find myself, what's next? What's my next project? When am I going to get to the grocery store? When am I going to get to the post office? The lawn needs to be done. All these different things, and then I recognize that I am very distracted. So when I think about the times in my life where I find myself most grateful for the things around me, or at least have a space to think about those things, it's when I allow myself to just stop and just be still. And I have to plan that time in. But the great thing is that I don't have to have an hour to figure out, it's like...
You create 30 seconds of stillness.
Right, and you can. And for me, I do 5, 10, 15 minutes. I either go into my office and I put on some music that I really enjoy. I go into the backyard and just have the wind, blowing through the trees. But I intentionally ask myself to be aware of all the things that I do have in my life and really express gratitude for those things.
Sometimes I even notice just those aromatherapy mists.
Yes.
Just spraying a little bit of lavender, or even if you need some energy, peppermint, and having that scent and just really taking a moment to inhale and exhale. And how the breath is so incredibly powerful in helping us find stillness and calm. I want to share with you a ritual that Gigi and I use each night. This is our gratitude jar. And we sit beside this jar at the end of each day and we discuss what were the best things that happened today. And on each little piece of paper that is in here, I write, "I am filled with gratitude for ... And as she talks, I record, or sometimes I'll give her a few of them while I'm cooking dinner, and she can work on those, and then we discuss them before bed. And it's great because often, before we started this practice, I would often ask Gigi, "How was your day?" And she'd say, "Good." And I'd really learn very little about her actual day. But sometimes with this practice in place, I would hear her say things like, "I learned how to blow a bubble today, and did you know double bubble makes the biggest bubbles I've ever blown?" And it just helps me have a lens into her soul and into her spirit. So I want to share with you just a couple here that I am filled with gratitude for: the momentum that the small things bring. Starting small helps you achieve the big things. Hashtag packing and moving, hashtag take the long view. And this was when I was just feeling frustrated about I have to move, and then I have to move into a temporary home, and then I'm going off to Italy, and then I'm going to move back into my temporary home, and then hopefully my new home build will be done a few months later than scheduled. A few months later than a few months later. And so really reminding myself that it's those little things that help me find the momentum to do the big things. I find that starting small helps me get going onto the big things. And so I was really filled with gratitude for my ability to start small, because I tend to want to dive into the big fun stuff. And so just finding gratitude in even the tiniest things. And then I found one of Gigi's that says, "I'm filled with gratitude for a trail ride in Estes Park." And I just love that day because she had her little, I forget what it's called, it's not a whip. But it's something that you use to command the horse.
Oh yeah.
She's much more the equestrian than I am. I'm the city slicker
right.
who was given an equestrian child. And so just finding those moments of gratitude and really having a place and space for them to visually be present in your life, where every time we walk past this, I'm able to have a visual cue of gratitude and to have a space in our day where we can focus on gratitude. And then my real goal is at the end of this year to pull all these out. I date each one. And so to organize them annually and then have a big walk through the year and say, here are some of the best things that happened to us in 2016. What are some of the best things you want to create in your life in 2017? And replace those New Year's resolutions that no one keeps anyway.
I still haven't worked out.
You still haven't done your workout?
Yeah, right.
I'm going to work out again next year, and then again in 2018, 2019, 2020. Right? We just beat ourselves up for not accomplishing those things. And the success rate of New Year's resolutions, I hate to break it to you, is not high. And so finding ways to advance your life and elevate your performance annually, and really taking that opportunity to reflect upon the newness of a new year through a gratitude jar and just saying, forward thinking, what am I hoping to be incredibly grateful for at the end of 2017, and then create a vision board and some goals around that. So that's one of the practices that really works well for Gigi and I, and we look forward to hearing what works well for you or any new ideas you have that you want to try in the comments below.
So until then, stay tuned because we're going to close out November with one more vidcast about gratitude, and I think it's going to be a good one. So make sure that you stay tuned, and we'll see you next week.